Welcome Fletcher Brown, another artist video blog at KIX96country.com. Our guest today, all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, by way of Baytown, Texas. Please welcome Breelan Angel. Breelan, welcome to KIX Country.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so now you're one single in on an album that is due to be released soon. You've got a couple of EPs out already, but you got your first full-length album that's coming soon. It's My Turn is the single.
Yes.
But you are almost a lawyer, not a singer. I'm just curious how one makes the leap from, legal eagle to, country music singer.
I don't even know. I was sitting in school in a business class, and it was a political science class, kind of both. And I was just thinking, do I really see myself sitting in an office every day and like doing the lawyer thing? And, it's great for some people, but I couldn't do it. It was so repetitive for me, and I needed to let out some creativity, and it just wasn't going to happen.
Well, how many years of law school did you actually make it full? Did you start college and then aspire to law school, or were you in law school at the time?
I was more thinking, I aspired to be a lawyer since I was probably 8 years old. And so I was a sophomore in college, just getting my bachelor's degree. And I finished, but just never applied for law school.
Really? So you hit that fork in the road. All right, well, let's go back then. Let's go back to Texas, and let's go back to your childhood. You said you aspired to be a lawyer from 8 years old. Well, where did singing and playing and writing come in?
Well, growing up, I was always involved in like theater and choir and dance, and so I was very comfortable being on stage. It was another passion that I had. So it was kind of juggling both. I enjoy school. I love to learn new things, and so it just took me a little bit longer to figure out which path I was going to take. And I met up with an old friend, and they said, if you could be anything in the world, what would it be? And I was like, man, I would love to sing and perform. And so it just happened. It all just happened like really fast. He introduced me to a voice coach, and that voice coach introduced me to a manager, and things just took off.
Now, and you actually aspired not only to sing, but you're actually a songwriter too.
Yes.
All right, so tell us about, you got with 2 EPs already out, what are the names of those?
So the first one was called Southern Girl. That was a 6-song EP, I believe, and we did that independently 3 years ago. That was actually the first time I sat down to write. When I was younger, I was always writing short stories, never really like poems or anything. It was when I decided to take on this career that I met a producer who asked if I'd ever written before, and he kind of taught me a little bit about it, and we sat down, and he picked up a guitar, and it just started happening. I mean, it was really easy and free-flowing, and then I wrote the second EP. It took me about a year and a half to get songs for that, and then when we finished that EP and it started getting some really good feedback, I was asked if I wanted to do a full album. And so now the full album's going to have songs off of the last EP, and that one was called Ride It My Own Way, and then It's My Turn will have some new songs too that I've written over the last couple of years. All
right. Now, you actually, with the new album that's coming, It's My Turn, you actually got a chance to work with some of Nashville's top-tier songwriters, right?
Yes, I did. My manager he's been kind of working the Nashville scene for a while, and so he brought me to Nashville to meet with different people and kind of get me introduced into the scene, and so that he opened the doors to people like Clay Mills, Shane Stephen, Joanna Cotton, Greg Barnhill, Andrew Fromm, Marty Dodson. I mean, the list goes on. And so I've been writing with those guys for the last 3 years, and it's been amazing.
Oh, I bet. So all the songs on the album, are these all Breelan Angel co-writes? Yeah?
Yes, they will.
So you're pretty proud of that, that you write, so much of your own music. And
I am.
Have you heard anything yet out of Nashville, though? Has anybody pitched songs to you that you're thinking, maybe I might just, put that one in my pocket and maybe, cut it for a future album?
We've had some people, contact us and say, we have some songs. If you're interested, we think your voice would be great. And so we've had that done, but I was really excited about the songs I'd written with these individuals, and they were very excited about them. And so with that many people collectively believing in the products that we had, it made sense for the first album. And it's a way to get my foot in the door on both the artist and the writing side, showcasing what you can do, and it's cool to say I finished my first album and I did it with these people. It's just amazing.
Well,
really
obviously you've been through quite a musical journey. Your music reflects a lot of that journey. You put a lot of yourself into your songs. So let's talk about this album. It's My Turn and the single.
Okay.
What is the story behind It's My Turn?
Well, when we sat down to write that song, I kind of told him I wanted to talk about me going out and conquering this whole music business and doing what I really wanted to do. And so that's where we got the title, It's My Turn. And then it sort of turned into this female empowerment, woman taking on the world, like independent type song and telling a man like, this is me and this is what I'm going to do. So it became more of that than it was focused on like me taking my career. And yeah, I mean, it just started flowing. We just got to going on it, and it was easy and it was simple. I wrote it with Joanna and Greg, and every time I write with them, the chemistry is just there, and we.
Gee, Joanna Cotton on a girl power song. I just know. So we see a lot of that actually come. We see a lot of really talented artists come out of Texas. Obviously, not just country like Beyonce. I came right out of Texas, and of course, she's real big on the girl power. So is all of this reflective of like say growing up as like your mother and other strong women in your life that they inspire and they bring out these feelings in you and you put them to music?
Definitely, I've always been a very independent type person. I've always stuck to my own path. I never really did what everyone else was doing. I was kind of a go against the grain person. If everyone's going right, I want to go left. And so that I feel like that will be also spoken in a lot of my music, songs like Ride It My Own Way, and there's a ballad called It Ain't Easy Lovin' Me, because I'm not an easy person because I like to go do things on my own and explore the world, and I don't have to have someone with me all the time. So it's definitely a part of my personality and just who I was from an individual to, as a little girl.
Mm-hmm. All right, now you also play regular gigs around Nashville, but you've also been on tour. You've been on tour with people from Travis Tritt to Duck Stone and others. What's your tour schedule look like for the next year, maybe into this summer?
We're actually, so right now we have weeks blocked off for this radio tour, trying to get out there and visit a lot of stations right now. And then this summer we'll be picking up some shows in Texas. Our first performance looks like it's going to be June 15th, and it's going to be right outside of Austin. And then we have some shows with Randy Rogers this summer, and we're playing with Kevin Fowler, so some of the bigger Texas guys. Yeah. We're starting to line up our tour really from like June out to promote the album, and we're already talking about the second album when we're going to start writing for that. So it'll be fun. Well,
tell you what, your album is not complete yet, but your single is out. It's My Turn. Mm-hmm. If you want to hear that, you make sure you call us at KIX96 and request Breelan Angel's It's My Turn. The album, do we have a landing date for the album?
June 4th. The songs are all done. Everything that's going to be on it is selected. We're just working on the artwork.
All right. And BreelanAngel.com, by the way, that's Breelan, Breelan, Angel, as it sounds. BreelanAngel.com. What about Facebook, Twitter? Do you do the social media?
Facebook, Twitter, and we have a Reverb Nation page.
Oh, yeah.
So everything is just /Breelan Angel. Really easy.
Absolutely. Look for a live performance with Breelan Angel right here in our studios, a little somewhere else on the KIX96country.com page. And you make sure you come back and visit us again soon, okay?
I will.
Put us on your tour schedule, all right?
Of course.
Breelan, thanks so much for visiting with us.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for being with us here. We'll see you next time on another artist video blog at KIX96country.com.